Snap into a Slim Jim.
Hello and welcome to the Carbitrage podcast, episode 127. I'm Eric Berger, joined as always by my co-hosts Ryan Siniski and Jana.
Hello.
Hey guys. How are you
Hello
doing
there.
this fine, completely dreary, rainy, 50-something degree Sunday?
I love this weather, except for I'm really sad because it was supposed to be Wheels of Italy Part 2.
Well, it was. I went, but it was a very slim turnout.
Yeah.
It was a small turnout, but I saw most of the cars I wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, there was still some good stuff there.
There was really cool 90s, like a super late model, like 94 Alpha.
The Alpha Spider?
No. It was the 156 or
that
whatever.
like beige four-door?
Yeah, it was one of the they made 400 that came to America
Yep.
before they pulled out, and that was kind of cool.
That was post-Milano, though? Or the
Yeah.
Milano was the smaller one?
The Milano was the smaller one. It was the earlier one, but the Milano was rear-wheel drive. That one was front-wheel drive.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that makes sense.
It's not actually good or anything.
I think Casey bailed.
Yeah, apparently.
Said enough.
Yeah, apparently.
But yeah, no, we saw that. I saw Fulvia, 1.3 Fulvia. That was cool. I saw a Citroen SM leaving.
That was Harold, yeah.
Yep, and there's that really cool Ferrari 330 that was there.
My favorite car, oddly enough, was just because I've never actually seen one in the flesh before, and it was a...
The FF?
No, I've seen those. I think it was a GTC4 Lusso.
It was a wagon.
Right, a little shooting brake. Anyway, neither here nor there. They're like the 99 to 02 Maserati Coupe. It was sold with a 6-speed manual. Most of them weren't.
You've never seen one with
I've never seen a 6-speed one in person. I know they exist, but they're always Cambio cars.
Yeah, they're
And
always
like
terrible.
this one was like super well looked after, and it was a 6-speed. I'm like, all right.
I told Jana, I said, thank God for like early 2000s Maseratis being absolutely cheap and disposable, because that's the only thing that kept that show afloat today.
Well, it's
It
Fiat
was so
500s and 124s.
Yes.
That was like half the parking lot.
Yeah, like all 12 of the cars that were there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I felt a little bummed out that they put all that, because that's not cheap to run that show.
No.
And they just got hosed on the weather.
It was paid for by sponsors. I mean, it's not that big a
good.
deal, but
Oh, good.
did you guys see that Huracan with the White Claw wrap on it?
No,
No,
it wasn't there when we got there.
It was not there, but I did see it at Light the Night.
Yeah, I just love that.
So I
It
follow
says,
a Tumblr
Ain't no
called...
laws when you're drinking claws. Can you put that on
Yeah.
the screen?
So I follow a
Put that
Tumblr
closer.
called
You can't see it.
I'm going to email this to myself.
Shitty Car Mods, and they posted that, and they're like, found an MN, and I was like, what?
I love that that was on. I love that was on Shitty Car Mods.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like
I updated my phone software, and I have absolutely no idea how to put this into Google Drive now. Uh-oh. Oh, what? There it is.
you go. But yeah, so I thought it was funny because I thought I'd found something new to show Ryan, and he goes, "Oh no, that was at Light the Night," and I was like, "And you didn't tell me?" Because I was too busy making tacos that night to go to a car show.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
tacos.
Yeah, I'll have to make them for you sometime.
Yeah, no. Then last night we went over to Butter's house.
Oh,
His
but-
grandma made us coffee and toast
I-
at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
That sounds lovely.
yeah. His
Was-
grandmother's very German.
I wish he would follow through on car transactions. That'd be cool.
I know. But to be fair, he gets into this like phase where he really wants to sell his 190, and then he has to like find a way to back out without being like, a dweeb about it. But yeah, it's like
Yeah, ghosting is not a good way to do it.
yeah, no, it's not. But
All right, White Claw.
There it is.
JPEG.
here it comes.
So, there it is. Mint.
I love it's got Donald
Oh, it's got a
Trump.
plaque on it?
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws.
That's hilarious.
So funny.
I
love
mean,
that.
I'm sure I hate this person, but like,
Oh, you know it.
that's a
Oh,
pretty good
yeah.
livery.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I just want him to remain a mythical figure.
Yeah, I don't actually
Yeah.
want to meet that person. There's a very
No,
high
goodness,
likelihood that
no.
person's be a massive douche.
Yeah.
But no, I love that.
I hope
car
it's that
exists.
man in the yellow raincoat.
The very
Also,
old.
this is John back here, apparently.
That man in the yellow raincoat looks like real life Aqualung. But no, I want to talk about Butter's grandma because she's got like the best taste in cars.
Okay.
Because she has a Mercedes 500 SLC
Okay.
that is gray market imported to America in the 80s.
Okay.
And her husband drives a manual 380 SL.
That's pretty cool. That's a rare car.
Yeah, very, very cool. On AMG Pentas and
Is that green one?
yeah, that green
Yeah,
one.
I've
Yep.
seen that.
And
It's
then
a nice car.
they also have a C36 AMG. And
Those are cool too.
Two very clean 300 TEs, pre-facelift and post-facelift. And
Okay.
me and Trig were going back and forth. Trig's wrong, and he thinks that the post-facelift looks better, which is not correct.
Oh, it is though.
No, it's not right.
Yeah.
Well, so I asked Paula, who's our neutral party, who she is learning about cars but doesn't really know much about them. I said, which one looks better? Because the post-facelift is objectively a better car.
But no, it's. I would say it's actually objectively worse because that's when they went to water-based paints, so they rust out way quicker.
I mean mechanically.
Even still, no, they're much more advanced. But the engines in them, arguably, the M119 isn't as good as like the earlier V8s, which weren't offered, and the M104 is not as good as the M103 because the early M104s had head gasket problems.
But they had head gasket problems. They did not have CIS.
Yeah, the early ones did.
Well, I mean the later ones. The one that they have
Right,
does not
but
have
a
CIS.
lot of facelift 104
Okay.
cars still have CIS.
So the correct answer is
I'll pull up both.
the
So
post.
this is a post facelift here.
No, you gotta show the grill because the grill's where the travesty is.
No, it's the cladding.
Well, no, so all right, I should state that both of them had post facelift cladding, which looks better. But we were
pre-facelift doesn't have cladding. It's this.
yeah, that's what I was talking about. They both had the cladding on it. So somebody had added it on before they bought it.
Oh, okay. So
but-
pre-face car.
Note the grill, that looks amazing. And then let's get the grill.
Note the excellent plastic.
Yeah,
that makes
the
the car
plastic
look
looks
much
way
better.
better. Yes.
And signal red, which is a 1994 only color.
So can we please bring up the grill for the for the post facelift? Because the post facelift grill looks absolutely dreadful.
Where's a factory one?
These are all pre facelift because nobody wants to look at that post
I'll
grill.
just type in 1994. Oops. We're always really, really good at maintaining interesting
There it is, right
ratio.
there. 92. That one. That's a.
No, 94 was.
Oh, right there. That 90 to 95. That's a post facelift front end.
There we go.
Look at that gross,
Yeah,
like
it's fine.
trash.
Much
Chinese,
better headlights.
Yeah, Chinese taxi cab grill.
I like it. Looks good.
Yeah, it looks great if you're coming home from a bar
There's
in
this
Guangzhou.
aged 1984 relic, and then you've got the
Ah,
modern
ew,
W202 style
gross,
grill.
disgusting. What is wrong with you people wanting to put modern stuff on an old car?
It's called avant-garde.
It looks-
I just like
it's avant
the
trash.
headlight wipers.
The headlight
No,
wipers
those are
are
available
great.
on all of them.
Yeah, it's always
I know.
available. But
yeah,
no, the bigger
flush
grill
headlights,
looks better.
those look super better than
The
these
grill
garbage
looks so much better.
things.
Yeah, those headlights are
Bumper's
terrible.
trash. The wheels are terrible. This is just better all around.
Well, except for the grill, because the grill looks awful, and the grill literally turns me off from the entire car. 'Cause
Oh,
I
too
really,
bad. It's a
really
better
hate
car and it
fine.
looks better.
the grill ruins it.
I do like the
I
other grill,
would-
but I don't think it ruins it.
I think I would rather drive that in that exact spec than driving the best version of the post facelift.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
Okay.
fine to be wrong.
I'm not wrong.
No,
Anyway, so
but you
moving
are.
on to our topics.
Oop. Yeah, let me wake my tablet here.
Oh, did I?
Can we go to our topics?
Is your computer still not on?
It's in the process.
All right.
of...
Well, the first
so-
topic's mine anyway, so I'll start with
Okay.
it. So, I have some really bad news.
I know.
I mean,
saw
we
you
knew this
post
was coming, but we posted it on the Facebook page
Yeah.
too, so it's
Yeah.
not news to people. But the Fiat 500, after almost 8 years in the United States, is being officially axed.
which I'm super super sad about because like you mentioned in the notes, they didn't do anything for it.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it was a victim of FCA not advertising the car. The body shell itself, the headlights and all the hard locations, has been around since 2008 in Europe.
Yeah.
We got it in 2012. But I mean, this car has been completely unupdated basically for 11 years.
Yeah, and I like that.
I do too, but it's
'Cause I
not
think
going to
they-
sell.
no.
'cause-
No.
I think they just did it right the first time. The person I'm
it's a
going to
really
blame
cute
is going to be Scott Manley.
Okay.
Because he's the man that took over after Marchone died. And Scott Manley came from Jeep. And Scott Manley is responsible for the whole
Is
SUV
he the one that
everything.
took the manual transmission out of the Renegade too?
Yes.
I don't like this person.
No, Scott Manley sucks.
Screw you,
He-
Scott
I do-
Manley.
He also does not live up to his name because he's not a Manley. Because a real man drives a manual Fiat 500.
Yeah, and
Poor,
like
sweet, gentle Fiat 500.
Ryan and I always go to the auto show, you know, and
Go to the auto show.
we always go and sit in all the Fiats because it's fun, and they always have the manual Fiats out.
Yep.
And everyone is always super excited about them, but they're like, I didn't know this came in manual, or I didn't know this came in this.
And everyone is still like clinging on to the loud boomers that had their crappy ass X19 with no dealer back in the 1980s. Like, oh, fixed it again, Tony. They're unreliable. When in
Exactly.
reality, the
That's
500
actually-
is probably one of the most reliable modern cars sold.
I actually, when I'm dumping off my van, there's a high likelihood that I'm gonna get rid of it and get a Fiat 500, just to make a statement to say, look how reliable this car is.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, even the Abarths, some people modifying them stupidly. Like, there are a lot of them out there with 160 to 200,000 miles now, and they're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like our goal at the auto show is whenever we're like sitting in them, we just tell people like, yeah, this can tow. This actually has.
I
space in the
actually
trunk.
have that picture of you towing.
boat?
And then,
Yeah.
No, the cut in half E30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's
My favorite one's the boat.
because it's just like not enough people know enough about the Fiat
Right.
to actually consider purchasing it. And then when we talk to them, they always go, well, you know, I'm gonna go talk to somebody and see how I can option this out.
Right.
Yeah.
But the secondhand cars are a great value and a
Yes.
great buy. But I think that's also cannibalizing a lot of the new car sales out of the 500 because you could literally go buy a 2012 car
Yeah.
that's identical to a 2015. Then in 15, late 15, they added the digital gauge cluster.
Yeah.
And they revised the wheels. And then in 2016, all of them became turbo.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's been no revision.
Well, and I do have to say, because I was looking at both the used ones,
Yeah.
and I was pricing one out new,
Sure.
and I couldn't find the options I wanted on the new one. Like, I couldn't do, like, because I really wanted that, like, pistachio green.
Yeah, that was
and
only an early color.
I wanted a tan convertible top with,
Okay.
with a tan interior, and then
Oh,
they
tan
had,
interior is tough.
yeah, and then I wanted the cream stereo, which was an additional. And so, like, I could find all of that in used ones if I looked hard enough.
Yeah, those
But
are
when
pretty
I
common
went
spec in 13.
online, I couldn't spec it out to be that way. If I wanted any green, it was always a white
Well, that
interior.
like baby blue is pretty nice too,
Yeah,
but
the
then that
baby
kind of
blue.
became relegated to the 1950 edition, which is
Yes.
also a super
57.
cute card. Is that 57 edition?
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, I'm upset about this. I totally understand it, but the thing, the 500L is still on sale. The 500X is still on
Perfect.
sale.
Wait. Time out. The L is still on sale?
I believe so. The 500L is still on sale.
I actually really like that that's still on sale because I like its stupid A-pillar with the glass.
It's actually a
inside.
really nice car to be inside of, and
Yeah.
if you get it in trekking trim, it's like not that ugly.
Well, no, I mean,
and at
no,
least
I-
they're
I
still
actually
selling
really-
some Fiats.
I
That's
really
the
like.
vehicle you should buy.
No, I really like the stupid A-pillar, and I would buy that except for hello.
Welcome back.
Hello.
I would buy that except for the fact I need to make a statement with the Fiat 500 because I also
Yeah.
make the statement that anything you can do with a car that's 25% smaller than whatever you have
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, there was. I can't think of really a scenario where I had my 500, specifically the gas one, where I had to like go get a different car to do something.
Yeah,
No,
'cause
you never did.
fit like
At
a lot
five-
of engines and a lot of parts.
Yeah,
in
like I
there.
drove it to Mankato and I put 2 6-cylinder BMW engines and 2 manual swaps in it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
oh
I've-
my gosh.
I've always said
Yeah.
in my mom's Honda
very
Fit, we were saying like, oh, I need a big SUV. I'm like, I drove a Honda Fit. I put a B17 into it, a full set of wheels, rear disc brake, trailing arms,
Yeah.
and YS1 GSR transmission.
Well, yeah, and
in
the-
the trunk of that, without stacking anything on top of each
Oh,
other
okay.
except for the wheels.
Fair enough.
And it all fit perfectly, and everything got there safely.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so nice that the wheels didn't even get any dirt from the engine on them, so I didn't even have to clean the wheels off.
Hatchbacks are good.
Yeah.
Thoroughly good.
That's something that anybody else on earth would be like, hey, I got myself a Home Depot truck,
Oh,
and I'm just
and-
like heaving it into the interior of this Fit. Like, yeah.
Every time I see like an F-150 pulling a 5x8 utility trailer, I'm like, you are part of the problem.
Exactly. And like, I mean, my dad's had trailers, but that's because he's always had smaller trucks, and
Sure.
the bed of his truck is full, and he
We
needs
should also
something
note
else.
that this is a man that's using a Honda Ridgeline,
Yeah.
and the
Right.
Ridgeline's
He's using it as a truck,
Yeah.
he
which is
uses
very
that
uncommon.
as a truck, and that bed
Mm-hmm.
is already full of work stuff. Because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a landlord. He drives all over the world.
Right.
Not world, but state.
Yeah.
I know what you
Same
mean.
thing.
Yeah. Slight
Yeah.
exaggerations
Fiefdom.
are totally okay.
And like the trailer we have is very small, or it got
Yeah.
stolen.
And
but,
that's
you know.
and that's fine. There's a use case for pickup trucks, light duty
Yeah.
and heavy duty. But like the
Oh, yeah.
majority of half-ton pickups never haul anything, and the majority of 3,500 pickups never haul anything.
So I
And-
thought of two people that I know that own trucks that necessitate them, and one's Anna and Josh, because Anna hauls horses.
Okay.
Another one's Chris Lee, and because Chris Lee, he loads up his bed with his jack and his track tires and everything,
Mhm.
and then on his trailer behind it, he's got his 10-second STI, and so he actually needs that for doing all the stuff that he's hauling. And since he's driving it not just like down the street, but he's going across the state, like he's going to like all the way out to BIR, he's going all the way down to like southern Iowa, he's going way out to South Dakota, like he's like going way out in the sticks.
Mhm.
It's more fuel efficient for him to use a Cummins pickup than it is to use like a 4Runner. And
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense. But
Yep.
if you're doing anything other than hauling a horse or a race car that literally cannot be driven on the street,
Correct.
there's no reason to own a pickup truck.
Well, that's the thing with your diesel heavy-duty pickup is like, yeah, they get excellent fuel economy on the highway while they're pulling, but they get about the same fuel economy when you drive them empty. So it's
Exactly.
like, okay, well, yeah, if you're legitimately using it like that,
Yeah.
then it makes sense.
Yeah.
But if it's your only vehicle and your daily and you never pull anything with it, stop
Yeah,
it.
no, I always yelled at people in high school for getting trucks because I was like, "You're in high school. Why do you need a truck?" I'm always like, stop it. First of all, it's not."
Stop it.
I'm just like, "Stop," and they're like, "It's free," and I'm like, "Stop it."
My favorite thing is
Trade it
actually
in.
the drive.com had a article where it said the only reason that you are buying a pickup truck is because you want to be a cowboy.
Yes.
Yeah, and
And that's a really good point because there's no reason for you to own that pickup truck other than the fact that you really love Kenny Chesney and you want to be him.
Yeah, and when,
I don't actually know who Kenny Chesney is.
He's
but...
I just named a random country music artist.
Oh, okay.
And
Whoever did
we've-
that Old Time Road song.
we've also talked a bunch of times about how even though that my GPR doesn't necessarily fit in Fiat 500, we could make a trailer for it and still
It'd fit in a
haul
500L.
It would fit in a 500,
Yeah.
not a 500C.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, you could fit it in the 500, but I think like fit it without ruining the interior, without any extra strain.
Sure.
It would be tough in the 500.
Yeah, I've never
But the
actually seen this device. But
It,
Oh,
it's,
it's-
the size of a large lawnmower.
I honestly don't think it would fit in a 500 just because it's very awkwardly shaped. Because
Could be.
it's heavy, it's clunky, the wheels are big, and it can only
that has
fold.
wheels.
Yeah.
Very
It's-
large wheels.
It's basically like imagine a giant push lawnmower. That's what a GPR looks like, a ground penetrating radar.
Ground penetrating radar, USGS, or USGR, actually.
USGR. So that
Oh, there
big
it is.
thing,
Yeah.
That's like
Whoa.
that's a
A
much smaller
small
one.
one.
Yeah, that's a much smaller one than what they have. Because theirs is like it has about the same
see
footprint.
that guy.
This one?
No, the one
This
with the
one?
red.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about the size of a large push lawnmower.
Okay. That would definitely fit in a 500 if the handle folds up.
It sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Okay.
Actually, that one's a little bit smaller than yours because yours is
Yeah,
probably about 4
ours-
inches wider.
Yeah, ours is a chunky boy, and
Like a Modi.
yeah,
yeah,
a
it
roller
takes
modi.
up like a corner of our classroom. So it's like, it's
It's got a really
it fits nicely in the
footprint.
back of my Sienna, but anywhere out, like, a previous professor had a Jeep of some sort, and
well, Jeeps are terrible.
was
Yeah, not space
it
efficient.
fit
So,
snugly in there.
How much does it weigh? Because that's I think the more importantly is it's like 100 pounds,
No,
right?
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't weigh that much, but I can't pick it up on my own.
Well,
I'd
I
have to,
think
like, a
with like all
two-person
with the
job.
other accessories and the Pelican case and everything, that
Yeah,
like it's 100 pounds worth of trash that you have to like pull out of your
Sure.
car
Yeah.
Yeah.
to like get that out.
Yeah, custom trailer, I think it'd make more sense.
Yeah,
I think
custom-
you just roll it in, roll it out.
Yeah, or even like a 500L where it's just
Yeah.
a little bit wider.
Well,
it's
it's got
just the fact that you'd have to put it
A
at
low
weird
liftover height, and it's got more interior volume too. So
Yeah.
Sorry,
but-
that noise is a buffer for all of you wondering. It's rolling behind me because I had no other time to get this car detailed.
Which car?
It's my sister-in-law's 2004 BMW 530i 6-speed.
Oh, she still has that.
She loves her car. It's always got, like, there's an airbag warning light on for a seatbelt tensioner or something like that, which
that's
bothers
funny.
her, but I'm just like, well, there's nothing I can do about it. I don't know which parts actually,
Yeah,
because the code it spits out is not, it doesn't make sense.
So,
I understand that.
speaking of things that are frustrating,
Yes.
like truck owners,
No.
I've had another one that really bothers me. This one came to my mind on Friday on my way to work. I found the person that I hate, the only other person on earth I hate as much as a left lane camper.
Okay.
And that is the person that they not only betray my trust in humanity, but they take advantage of my generosity.
Oh my god.
This is the person that we
And you are well known for your generosity.
Yes,
Let
I
it be
am.
known.
This is the person that's behind you at a stoplight.
Okay.
Who's turning right? You're in the slow lane because you have to turn right at the next street.
Yeah.
And you move forward for them. They easily have 3 feet of space on each side of their car that
Yep.
they could squeeze through.
Yep.
And they choose not to. And now you are like completely blocking the pedestrian intersection
Yep.
because you tried to let them by. And you're being generous. You're going out of your way to make sure they get by. And they're doing nothing with that generosity. That person is every bit as much of a piece of shit as the sort of person that drives 40 miles an hour in the left lane on a 70-mile-an-hour street.
I do have to say, on the opposite end, where the people don't move up, when you need
Yeah,
to
if there's
turn,
just enough room and they don't move,
Yeah.
that's annoying.
It's
too,
usually
but-
the same person.
yeah,
Because
Yeah.
this is the sort of person that doesn't give to charity. This is the sort of person that thinks that Mother Teresa was wasting your time. And this is the sort of person that believes people in Africa that are dying of Ebola should just go to the doctor a little bit more. No, this is the sort of person that's so wrapped up in their own self-interest, they don't understand how the rest of the world works, and they don't care about other people. These people are the scum of humanity, and
They
they should
also-
all die in a fire.
They don't like driving, which
No,
means
they
they're no
don't.
good at it.
exactly.
Which means they should have their driving license taken away.
They
Thank you,
should.
Jeremy Clarkson.
And this is why I'm mad.
Well,
today.
you know, I think that is a completely verifiable and understandable grievance.
Yeah,
That
that is.
happens to me right outside of Normandale all the time, where France meets 98th Street, and there's a turn lane that people like to block all the time. Or when I move up, they don't go into the turn lane. It's like, what?
I think just driving etiquette in general is so poor
Yeah.
here. Because, I mean, we have this unique thing where it's right turn on red or whatever, and that's actually pretty unique to North America. So you don't
Yeah.
find that sort of thing even reversed in other parts of the world. But we misuse it so much, it's almost like we don't even, like it's
Yeah.
not even a thing.
Exactly. Well, what's Jana? What's the name of that publication that does the books on etiquette, like on table etiquette? It's,
Oh,
Oh, I don't know. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know what
you're
you're
bougie,
asking
but-
me.
yeah,
yeah, the elocution books. I know what you mean.
yeah. There should be an elocution book on driving etiquette.
Yeah, there really should be.
We actually should make one and sell it on the Carbitrage website.
Can you imagine how just Asperger's that book would be?
Oh, it would
I
be
think I'm
so
actually gonna go
detailed.
home and work on it this evening.
Do it.
Like,
Have
I'm
you
all for it.
seen The Office, where Dwight Schrute throws a garden party for a coworker, and Jim writes a book on garden party etiquette? That's what I feel like this is going to turn out
I actually
to be.
don't know if I've seen that.
no, actually, I'm going to.
That's exactly how this is going to turn out.
I'm gonna start pulling all everybody I know, and come up with every weird situation where
Okay.
people are jerks. You can go pee. We're,
Thank you, Ryan.
we should come up. We should actually just come with every possible
What?
scenario where somebody can be a dick.
Should you shit with the door open?
Yeah, do it.
Go
do
for
it.
it.
Do you want a mic?
We got longer cords now. We can probably. God damn it. God, where were we?
This thing you pulled up.
Yes, you pulled
Okay,
up the thing.
let's just move on to my story then, because I totally got derailed by shitting with the door open.
Yeah.
So Bugatti, they took their production Chiron, which is basically just a floofed up Veyron. They made the tail a little bit longer, and they did a non-verified 300 mile per hour speed run.
and then they gave
and
up.
airless in. No, they actually did that speed, but it wasn't official because they didn't do it both directions.
Well, no, they're saying that they're not
Oh.
doing any more top speed testing. So
Why?
what I think
So this
is
was
they
their
probably,
mic drop?
it wasn't a mic drop. You know what I bet it was? It was them trying to do it, and then they could not get past 295 miles per hour. And they're like, yeah, we hit 300, and we're not doing it anymore.
Well, I
And
mean,
they
there's
just
video of
couldn't.
it hitting over 300, but it's like, what if it was with the wind and this and that? Which,
Well,
it
do you remember
was.
when in Top Gear when Jeremy Clarkson would test cars and the speedo would just peg
Yes.
at 55 miles an hour and keep revving?
It was the Volkswagen commercials.
Yes.
Like, you're clearly going way too fast. We're doing 30. They took the same commercial where they were just flying through the countryside, and then they spliced in a clip of a speedometer needle exactly at 30. Like,
Oh,
it's
I
impossible.
remember that.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
one of my
that's-
favorite episodes.
That
it
is
was a really,
good thing.
So-
More
But
people
anyway,
should-
yeah, they call it a production car, but this is a long tail Chiron. It's not a regular one, so it's not even really.
It's
I
just
mean,
longer.
It's cool.
Well,
yeah,
it's a long
you can
boy.
see it's
It's got a
long
little
boy
bit
right
more of
back
a
there.
boat tail on it.
Long
But
crest.
so, all right, I have a few things here. First off, this
Okay.
is Volkswagen, so I don't trust
It is.
anything that they say.
Well, it's gonna blow up.
No, somebody else needs to verify this, not Volkswagen, because Volkswagen also verified that they had clean diesels.
Yeah, I bet
Uh,
they have a little software flash in their V-Box, which is like 1.15% more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's cool and all, but great, like the kind of Hennessy already made a aftermarket one. Koenigsegg is gonna come out with the Jesko any minute now, and the Jesko is
What is the Jesko again?
that's the
Or Jesko? I don't know.
that's a successor to the Agrera,
Okay.
and that's supposed to go.
So right now they do the Agera, the Regera, and the 1.1. Is that right?
Yes.
And the Jesko replaces the Agera.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But the Jesko is gonna hit 300
Sure.
in production form.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, unlike
Because Christian
Volkswagen.
von Koenigsegg is going to just do
When
it.
he says something, he does it.
Right.
when-
Like, we've already done this 15 times, but I want to make sure it's a little more solid for
When
the...
Volkswagen says something, they lie to you
Correct.
like a bad husband.
Oh my god.
No, honey, I'm not going to the titty bar.
I'm
No-
not going to
no-
the titty bar in Vegas. No.
no, honey,
We're just going to work conferences.
no, honey, that's your underwear that you found in the glove box of my car after the titty bar. Like, no, that's Volkswagen.
No, this
whereas,
glitter was legally obtained.
Yeah, whereas Koenigsegg, they go, hey, honey,
Do I need to check your glove box?
go for it. Whereas Koenigsegg, they'll go, hey, all my friends are going to the titty bar, but instead, me and Ralphie went over to the succulent bar, and I made you this adorable succulent display. Koenigsegg's a good boyfriend. Volkswagen's the trashy one.
Exactly. Yeah, Koenigsegg is the one that like just mails you flowers at work out of the blue.
Yeah,
And
whereas-
Volkswagens, they
Volkswagen's
get like
the one that-
discount orange-filled chocolates.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I guess
and then
I'll
they have
give
sex
these.
with their secretary.
And then you give the nasty chocolates to your significant other as the apology to make
Yeah.
everything better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how
So you don't
Volkswagen
want
is.
Volkswagen as your boy/girlfriend.
Yeah, no, but you do want Koenigsegg.
Yeah. So
So-
anyway, I think the moral of this story is Koenigsegg is better than Bugatti.
And we'll
Yes.
send you flowers.
Yeah,
They
and
will.
Koenigsegg will send you lovely flowers.
And yeah, they won't. So speaking of Volkswagen and stuff,
Yes.
You remember we were talking about how Uncle Tom was saying that he was thinking about doing a Porsche version of an MR2?
Uncle Tom is in Tom Next Door.
I'm sorry, not Uncle Tom. that was a slip of the tongue. I meant to say Tatsuya Tada.
That is a big slip, Ryan.
Well, he is an Uncle Tom. I think of him as Uncle Tom in my my head.
Have you read the cabin book?
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it's
Uncle
based on?
Tom's Cabin.
Yeah.
Yes, I have read it.
I don't read books, but
But I'm also using it as the term though, which is not fair.
we talked
to
about the
Uncle
word
Tom.
parlance, which is an excellent word.
That is a
That
great
is a
term.
really great word.
That's
People
the
use it
parlance of our
more.
time. Yeah, I know. It's just ugh.
So I guess Uncle Tom was saying that Toyota actually makes a lot of really good stuff, and they could put
They do.
together an MR2 from stuff that they already make.
Yeah.
Which is
Well, we
weird.
talked about this.
This is word for word what I said.
I was gonna say like this. Yeah.
And he says, I've made 2 cars by working with other companies, and it's a lot of work. And that's really liberally using the term I made for a car, since the
It's like
FT86.
when you say we.
As a Subaru.
Yeah, the FT86 is just a Subaru, and the
GR
Supra
Supra
is
is just
just
a
a
V4.
BMW.
Yep.
They didn't make anything. They slapped their logo on it.
Pretty
in the
much.
same way that GM made the Prism, which they didn't.
Right. Whatever production line it's on is who made it. And in the case of the GR Supra and the Z4, they're both contracted by BMW to be made by Magna Steyr in Austria. But if you look at the inside of a GR Supra, the climate control is BMW switchgear. The column's a BMW switchgear.
It's a BMW.
The shifter's a BMW part. It's all.
Oh my god! I almost fell over.
Yeah, that was
weird.
okay. Anyway,
but anyway,
Ryan had a chair malfunction. I don't know exactly how that happened.
Malfunction.
It could have been that. But no, this
remains to be seen.
Yeah,
it's quite.
Yeah, he uses the term "I made" very liberally. I don't like him at all. I think, I guess we should be happy that we have somebody that works for Toyota that's interested in making sports cars.
Yeah, I like both of the products that they've collaborated on quite a lot.
But in the same way, it's like if Hillary Clinton was president and say, well, at least we didn't get Donald Trump. It's like it's still not anything to aspire towards.
Yeah, but
it's better, but okay.
But in the era where everything is CUV.
Yeah.
You have to collaborate to make vehicles like that.
That's true, but I mean, like, Mazda's got the real Bernie Sanders out there making cool cars. Like, Toyota just seems to take...
Mazda doesn't have anything rear-wheel drive except the Miata.
Yeah, but they also put manuals in literally every single car.
That's true.
Like,
no, I love Mazda. I do.
I think, I'm fairly confident, even the CX-9 has a manual option.
I don't think it does anymore. In fact... It does not.
It does not?
The CX-5 and 3 do in certain trims.
I think the 9 did at least at some point. I think
it's based on the Edge, so I don't know. I don't.
It might be. But anyway, I'm just to go ahead and say it, and you've just never seen one because I can't verify it, and
I cannot disprove it at this moment.
Exactly. So until you can prove otherwise.
All right, I want to talk about a car we talked about, I think, a couple episodes ago, and is the Porsche Taycan, which is photographed here.
Jan, you see the Taycan?
It has finally lifted veil officially with its 5,136-pound curb weight.
Wow.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say about that.
I should say it does come in Etna blue.
This is a lovely color right here.
Yeah, I really like the Etna blue on that.
I like the red accents. I'm sure they're an optional extra because Porsche stuff always is.
Well, yeah, the calipers and the wheels and probably the seat belts. Because now you can get
it's a nice. I mean, the balance here between this Etna blue and this, is it Guards red? I think this is Guards red.
Yeah, it's Guards red or whatever Brembo red is called. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Porsche red is Guards red. But here. Oh, wait. Ryan, is this.
Oh, it's Emma Maersk.
Oh, this is the Emma Maersk again. Shoot.
All right, can we? Can you Google again?
How do we keep making this mistake?
You can't tell a difference. They're the same thing.
All right.
Yes, Corey?
Oh.
Our sound engineer's back because he. Oh, here. Okay. It's so similar.
You literally can't tell.
Color
can we get the original?
Wait, go back for a second.
Look, this is uncanny.
It is absolutely.
It is exactly the same.
Go back. There's even one with the same blue and red.
Oh, really? Oh, is it the Gulf
right
River
there.
This
That's
one?
it, yeah.
Look at
Oh,
that.
perfect. Yeah. This is great. All right.
All the different colors.
Anyway, it's officially lifted veil. There, I think is this the ship or is this the Taycan? I don't know.
Wait, this one's from Motor. That one's from Imgur. This one's from Motor One. So the Imgur one is the one that's of the Emma Maersk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the this is the car.
This is the car.
Yes.
I think
yes,
so.
it is.
Okay. Anyway, so 94 kilowatt hour battery, 2-speed PDK transmission. I'm standing by the fact that this is a PDK in the back.
I thought I had one of these.
Oh, which Sala Salter, yes. Yeah.
That might
two-stroke diesel.
That diesel might be in the Maersk.
I can't tell.
I don't know. It's a gray area.
We're confused on what.
Anyway, so I'm just gonna keep toggling back and forth because I'm pretty sure it's one of these two things we're talking about.
Yeah.
94 kilowatt hour battery. The literature that was announced with it from a lot of auto publications say that this runs that ZF 2-speed transmission, but it doesn't. I'm almost confident of that because ZF bundles a motor that's no more than 140 kilowatts to that transmission, and this car has 750 horsepower. And the rear motor makes at least 500 of that.
So
this
second.
is a Porsche Trans.
1 second.
Yes.
ZF also told BMW to do fluid exchanges when they should.
Yep.
And BMW didn't listen, so why would Porsche listen?
That's true. Porsche is probably just shoveling like 500 horsepower through a 190 horsepower motor and calling it good.
Yeah, I bet that's what they're doing.
So they're only getting that much power out of a 1,820 liter engine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that efficient.
Yeah, we should do the math on that actually. It's 750 horsepower divided by how many liters and see how many horsepower per liter.
1,820. or 100.
So let's use like an S2000 as a
750.
reference. So it's 240 horse, or sorry, 120 horse a liter.
Yeah.
So what do we got? How many liters was it, Corey?
1,820.
Okay. And how many
There's
horsepower?
too many numbers. What?
1,820 liters.
Divided by 750.
That's
so
too many numbers
1820
for me.
though.
So it's only 0.41 horsepower per liter.
Oh.
That's not great.
It's actually pretty poorly. So I'm not exactly sure. Apparently, one of these two things just set a Nürburgring lap time record, and then I think Tesla called them out.
I got 2.42 horsepower per liter.
Oh, I must have skipped.
You divided the wrong.
Oh, I did a
Wrong
bet.
way around.
Yeah. It's just okay.
I don't know.
That's
That's what I got. Anyway,
I must have done the math wrong, because the Warsaw Salter engine is much more efficient.
Also very reliable.
Also, the base price on this car is $174,000.
That's almost as much as the Maersk cost.
This is $40,000 more than a well-optioned performance Model S, which is still faster.
Although
Okay.
you should be aware when you buy one, it does burn through 1,600 gallons of fuel oil per hour.
That is
How many gallons per mile is that?
3.
That's more than 3 gallons per mile. Anyway, I still don't know which one of these is actually the car and which one's the container ship. But
There's
I
no way
think
to
this
tell.
is it, because there's a Eurovan in it.
this
and
is
Volkswagen
definitely the
owns-
livery. Yeah, this has got to be the proving grounds. So we're just
Yeah.
going to leave it on this. I'm pretty sure this is actually the Taycan.
Yeah, this is a Taycan.
Yeah, so there you go. It's announced and nobody cares because it's way too expensive and slower than a car that's lighter and cheaper.
Yep.
It's just not a good car. And
I mean, it's a fine car. It's got a lot of new tech in it that's going to be huge
Yeah, I don't.
moving forward. But it
Yeah, that's
itself, it's going to
fine.
make the e-tron good. But this car is just, bleh.
Burger, you notoriously hate pre-war cars.
I do.
All right.
Thank you, Jenna.
So
I was fast on that
you
one.
don't think that the Duesenberg Model X was a very good car?
I probably don't.
So that had a bunch of new tech for the era. That was very important for the world.
We've already talked about most of the tech in this car, and I've already publicly said that I don't like the transmission and things like that.
I know, but I'm just saying, this car is an early Duesenberg. It doesn't matter. Like, the ones that are cool
Yeah,
are
but
the later model
Duesenbergs
ones.
influenced a lot of vehicles that came after.
Yeah, but they were no good.
Yeah, but they were a bit crap.
The early ones were no good. It was the later ones, like the SJs, those are the cool ones.
Fair
So-
enough. Yeah, but anyway, so there's
Anyway,
that. I don't want to cover it anymore because we've already
speaking
spent plenty of
of
time on it.
old cars, today the weather is dreadful.
It is.
It is cold and rainy and soggy.
Before I left my bed, I asked Alexa, I'm like, what is today's forecast? And she's like, currently it's cloudy and 54 degrees. Today you'll see a high of 58 degrees and scattered rain showers. I'm like,
Wonderful.
gross.
See, I didn't have. I was at Ryan's house, so I didn't have Google to yell at this morning. So I yelled at him, and he looked it up on the internet,
Okay.
Yeah.
and
So
then he
That's-
told me.
It's just an analog middleman.
So
Yeah.
this is we went to, after Wheels of Italy was kind of a bus, we went
Yeah.
to Linden Hills and went to Cheese Louise, which is
Okay.
delicious. They do gourmet grilled cheeses and actually have
way.
really good chili. But I was thinking, I was driving. I like driving in weather like this. It's kind of nice to drive around calmly, listen to bossa nova and look at houses. And I was wondering, what is the best car to take to a rainy Sunday morning brunch?
Like, okay, so,
So-
no other qualifications. just,
I would assume you probably want to go with something that's a little bit, something that's got
but,
really
like, how far away is this brunch? What kind of roads are going to be on?
in the city.
Okay.
Maybe some fun side roads, neighborhoods. Not terribly fast or anything, but, calm, fun. So what I was thinking of is I wanted a car that it's really cute. It's got a happy face. When I walk up to it, makes you feel happier.
Sure.
It's got good proportions, drives well. It's not too stiff. Like, you're comfortable in it, but
Yeah.
it's still fun. And the big thing is, it's got to have a lot of light coming in because it's got to keep you happy. And what vitamin?
Well, yeah, I've got
D you
seasonal
can get.
affective disorder in this hypothetical. So
Yeah, no, I actually do. So yeah,
you have SAD?
I think so.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's sad.
Because I get really bummed out like all winter.
I have a sad lamp for you.
That'd be great.
I have
But
a happy lamp.
so the car I came up with, I had
Okay.
to look really weird and stuff. I came up with the Innocenti C Coupe. If you can bring
I'm
that up.
gonna have to. Okay, typical with you, it's something I have no idea how to spell.
Well, Innocenti, INNOCENTI, and then C, the letter C, and then space coupe. Yeah. So this is the one I came up with being the one that I think I would want the most.
Which one of these photos do you want blown up?
Let's do I want to see the front end, maybe a lighter color. Let's look at that one right there, that green one.
That's pretty happy.
That's a happy car.
Well, is it reliable?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, actually, yeah, because I used a Mini Cooper engine.
Okay, yeah, so that Austin 4-cylinder is pretty good.
So that's a pretty good engine.
Yep.
As far as a happy car, it's got a good-looking face. It makes me happy when I look at it. It's got
It's
nice
a great
big
color.
It's a great color. It's got a nice big glass house. It's based off more of like a commuter car, so it's designed to be a little bit more functional and drivable.
Sure.
So, and then the other thing is it's just weird enough that everybody else doesn't get excited to see it.
Sure.
And this is the sort of car that gets like girls excited. I mean, look at that. Like, what kind of girl would not get excited to see that?
I mean, I guess you have a point.
So this one would definitely be my choice for what I would do.
I've been churning through the entire time you've been talking, and I've gone a lot of different directions already in my brain. But I think because the Isetta is a little bit too slow,
Yep.
I would normally choose that. I would actually go with a Jensen Interceptor.
That'd be a really good car.
Because
Or
it's a really nice looking car. and
what
they're
about
pretty
BMW
reliable.
700?
No, I don't like how those look.
Okay, yeah. A Jensen Interceptor would be really good.
That's just such a classy looking car.
Jana disappeared right when it was a return, so we're going to have to come up with filler. Yeah, so let's go with the Jensen.
Yeah, I'm just pulling
what's
up a
also
photo
nice
of
about
it.
this is the Jensen Interceptor. You have a V8, so you got the power.
Yep.
The car is really exciting to look at.
I
don't go
didn't do the photo link thing.
do one with the front. This one right here, the Hemmings one's a really good one. Right, it just
Meh.
okay. That's fair. I guess you're gonna.
This website sucks, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just go to the Hemmings
Never
one.
go to classictrader.com. Although I inadvertently plugged the website, that's terrible.
There you go. Perfect. That's a much better picture anyway. No, this is a really good car, and it's all-wheel drive, which is huge.
Yep. Yeah, this is one of the first, probably actually the first four-wheel production car. Four-wheel drive production car.
All-wheel drive, yeah. But no, this one would be a really good one because you could also drive this in. Why is this green?
I don't know why it's green. Let me refresh it. Nope. All right.
It's just green now. Okay.
Okay.
But what I really
car's
like,
scary.
what I like about that is that since it's all-wheel drive, if you're in this situation in winter,
Yeah.
you'll have a completely calm drive,
Yep.
and that'd be another.
It may or may not start because this is carbureted, but
It's carbureted in British.
yeah. So it has a Lucas points distributor on it, probably.
It will not start.
It
then.
probably you're gonna end up taking the bus or walking. So hopefully you got a good.
Do you have a
eating spot.
mulligan in case this one doesn't start? Because you're gonna have to own two cars. Might I recommend a 1960
Jaguar E-Type Coupe.
That'd be a good one, or a 1965 Toyota Corona.
Or screw this BMW 2002.
A 2002 is a great car. Jana's back. She ran down to go do something in the downstairs.
Some business.
Yes. So let's see. Jana, what would your pick be for like a cute little fun car to take out to brunch on like a rainy day?
Like today.
Yeah, something like today. Like when we went to brunch, what would have been the perfect car to drive?
A Mazda
know.
5 is an acceptable answer.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like that Fiat Multipla.
Oh,
The Fiat Multipla?
yeah.
That's a great car.
Because
The
then you
original
can bring your
one.
buddies.
A Fiat 600 Multipla. Yeah, just
Yeah,
Mul-
you're talking about not the new one.
no, not the new one. Yeah, this is actually a great car. You have a very good point with this car. Another Petrolicious link.
Whatever.
We were watching a Petrolicious review, the owner of Petrolicious's Alpha collection.
Like,
It
don't you
kept
just
saying
want to go to
VIN number.
brunch?
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I
this
saw
would be
that.
a great car to go to brunch with.
Oh, now I want to change my mind. I want to do the Avantime. That thing's got
Ooh,
giant
yes.
pano sunroof.
That'd be a really good one.
Yeah.
An Avantime would be a really, really good car. Because the big thing is
And
like
it's reliable.
it has to be something that's really cute and makes you happy and has a lot of glass in
There's
it.
no time that a Renault Avantime picture comes up on the display that I don't smile.
Yeah, it's a car that makes
Love
you
that
objectively
thing.
happy.
Absolutely adore the Avantime.
But yeah, can we also bring up a 65 Toyota Corona sedan, just so people can get an idea of what my follow-up is in case my weird Italian car doesn't start. This is my other one that I'm a massive fan of. That's a great picture of it right there.
I wish Google Images was old Google Images because
Yes.
it literally would just have a button to click to do
You're also
this,
using Firefox,
which is an excellent browser.
I know, but Firefox is the reason why you can't do that. So right click, maybe? There we go. So that's the other one that I would choose is the Toyota Corona.
It's got a fair sized glass out or greenhouse on it.
Yeah, you get really good visibility out of it. It's really fun to drive. It's also as reliable as the Sunrise. It's got an R20 in it, so it's like, or sorry, a 20R. Well, 18 or a 20R, but it's gonna have like
An R series Toyota 4-cylinder.
Yeah, it's gonna have like the most reliable engine of all time. So it's like, you got nothing to worry about. So this would be my other one.
I wouldn't be worried about that reliability even 50 years.
You know, if I
55 years.
walked into a garage and I opened it up and my two cars in there were an Innocenti Coupe and a Corona, I would not be mad. Like, that's a great collection of cars.
Except they're both like the same era. And,
Yeah.
Well, I guess one's a coupe and one's a
Yeah,
sedan,
well, one's a
but-
coupe, one's a sedan. They're both like mid-60s commuter cars. They're really adorable, and they're affordable, and they're reliable. Like, that's a perfectly good car. So I think that'd be the perfect car for a rainy Sunday
We
brunch.
talk about quite a bunch of obscure crap here.
If you have a better pick that you want to tell us, you can become a Patreon and let us know, actually.
Yep.
We would love to hear about that. What's the Patreon link?
It is patreon.com/Carbitrage.
There you go. So, yeah, well, anyway, let's let people go on their way. Have them go get their own Sunday brunch.
I mean, yeah, see
If you're listening to
if
this
their
5 days
answers
after
can be
drops.
as good as ours.
Yeah, like, let me know what you would drive and let me know why I'm wrong. And I'll tell you why you're wrong. It'll be a great time.
And you can reply us on Facebook too if you want us to
That is true.
belittle you in
public.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
public belittlement. There we go. Well,
We're really good at that.
thank you for listening. Oh, shoot, we can't leave now.
Oh, what did we learn?
What did we learn this week?
Oh, so in my class, I'm realizing I'm becoming an old person
Okay.
because in
That's good. It's
college,
wisdom.
there's not many millennials left. It's mostly Gen Z nowadays. And so I'm learning a lot of Gen Z slang. Like, I found out instead of 100% or hunnit, as if like our slang,
Sure. Yeah.
it's now hundo p.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that.
Me
Are we
neither.
gonna become what the boomers are today someday?
Yeah, eventually.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's gonna be kind of lame.
Because I just feel so old while I'm talking to them. Because I'm like,
Oh, I know.
I can quote Vines to you, but you were a baby when Vine died, so
No, when it originated and died.
yeah.
Because Vine only lasted a couple of years, but
Yeah. I mean, it came out when I was in high school and died soon
I
after
guess
that.
it took a while to really gain a foothold. But
Yeah.
Well, my typical entertainment news that I learn moments before I say it
Sure.
has been completely ruined on my phone because I'm listening to a lot of mambo music and a lot of
course.
translating things
Of
from
course.
metric to imperial. So it thinks I'm Spanish right now. So everything I'm getting is Spanish.
My second phone, all my mailers and text messages are in Spanish.
Yeah,
And I don't
it's
know why.
Totally just ruined. Anyway, so mine is that Boris Johnson has no idea how to actually do anything. People in England will believe anything because they believe that he can actually be a functional politician. So that's what I learned.
Okay. Wow.
Did you hear about what he did?
No.
He kicked out half of his party, and then he said he tried to force a early election for a Brexit vote for a no-deal Brexit, and he got noped 5 out of 5 times. Every single day this week, he had a hearing with Parliament, and every single day there was a overwhelming no to what he said, and he even tried to block a no confidence vote, and they said no, you can't do that. And he tried to break up Parliament, and they said no, you also can't do that. So
Sounds like a dynamite chap.
yeah, he's terrible. He is actually like
Dreadful.
yeah,
he
he's dreadful.
said he's quoted saying that he'll die in a ditch before he does something that's
He'll die in a ditch before he says no to a no deal Brexit. That's what he said.
Yes. And
Well, hopefully
or
somebody
no,
puts them in a ditch then.
And
We
the
can only hope.
Archaeology Tea Club on Facebook is providing a ditch for him.
Nice. That's very
Yeah.
kind of them.
Now, we should also note, Boris Johnson, if you're not familiar, he's the one that added the congestion charge to London,
Which I think is a good idea.
which doesn't really make sense because you can't really help when people have to go to work. They go to work when they go to work.
Yeah, but they can use alternative means of transit.
This is true. But anyway.
But it's encouraging people to buy like Cayenne hybrids, which is not solving the problem.
No, it's not. He put a Band-Aid on, a political Band-Aid.
Yep.
So there you go. That's what I learned.
I learned that it is impossible to go to a bachelor party and not get glitter on your body somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Who's bachelor party?
you don't know them. And it was remind me to never go to a bachelor party ever again, basically. Especially if it's downtown.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't go to a strip club this time.
Teddy bar.
Teddy bar. Anyway, we'll catch you later this week.
On that bombshell, thank you for listening, and we will catch you
and
on
I really
Wednesday.
like glitter, so it's fine.